FIX EMEA, you've just come off the high-frequency trading panel. The panel still talked about this culture of fear that surrounds high-frequency trading. How does Deutsche Bank deal with its buy-side clients in confronting that fear?
Sure, well I think you're right, there is a concern. People often fear things they don't understand, and I think the high-frequency community historically has played its cards fairly close to its chest. Since the industry and regulators in particular have started to focus more on high-frequency activity, as they should, given the amount of high-frequency activity that we have now in the European marketplace. The buy side has woken up to the type of liquidity that they introduced to the marketplace, and some of what they've seen they've been concerned about, and some of what they've read about in some of the slightly maybe one-eyed coverage that the high-frequency community has received has obviously heightened the sense of fear. So really from Deutsche Bank's standpoint, what we try to do is try to address some of those fears initially, because I think some of it is unfounded. Talk to our clients, our traditional clients, about the type of service that we would offer our high-frequency clients, and also talk to them about the kind of tools and techniques that they might be able to leverage themselves, which helps protect them from some of the characteristics of the marketplace that have changed as a result of increased high-frequency participation. So the most recent suite of algorithms that we've launched, Supercross and Stealth 2.0, incorporate sophisticated anti-gaming techniques. They've been designed to interact with other machines, not to trade like a person, and these tools really help the buy-side clients to increase their level of confidence when they're interacting with this new sophisticated liquidity landscape.
The panel also had a not very enthusiastic debate over the proposed regulations post-flash crash surrounding high-frequency trading. What are your views on some of the proposals?
I guess some of what's been proposed in the consultation paper is a response to the fear that we've just talked about. It makes complete sense, given the way that high-frequency trading has grown, to look at the systematic issues associated with increased participation of high-frequency traders. However, some of the suggestions that have been put forward could have fairly drastic consequences for liquidity in the European marketplace. So in particular, the market-making obligations that have been suggested and the minimum resting times that people might have proposed as a result of some of the problems that we saw on May the 6th in the US, I think are somewhat misguided suggestions on the basis of the fact that we'd really see a lot of liquidity extract from the marketplace, and really what we need today in Europe is more liquidity provision, not less.
Now that trading has hit sub-microsecond, sub-millisecond levels, you as Deutsche Bank have said that you've talked to a few of your clients and players who've said, you know what, we now trade fast enough. Has the low latency race ended?
Definitely not. I think the market might have bifurcated a little bit, so customers that might have been concerned about saving 10 milliseconds or 50 milliseconds on certain markets have now decided that, as we're into the sort of microsecond type of conversation, that they've got as fast as they need to, and that the speed doesn't incrementally add more alpha than achieving that speed adds in cost. So some of the client base has formed the conclusion that there's enough alpha in their strategy and their algorithm itself that they don't need to be fastest, but there's still definitely a subset of the high-frequency community that relies on speed a lot in order to manage its risk, and for those guys we continue to invest in trying to make sure that Deutsche Bank is as relevant as possible to them.